I'll definitely watch hockey soccer right. I mean, damn. Lacrosse
I'd really
right
kill
now.
for some hockey soccer
some
right now.
Some hockey soccer. Welcome back to Convosaries, everybody. We're Jimmy Cracks Corn, and we don't give a fuck.
Nobody gives a goddamn around here.
There we go. I'm RJ.
I am Dash.
And I'm Trevin.
How's everybody doing today?
We are good. Spectacular
yeah.
to be living another day. Bro.
I'm doing fantastic.
Yes, you are. I'd like to point out that if anybody is watching on YouTube right now, which you should be, go subscribe and comment and all that stuff, like, share. Trevin is holding a bottle of
It's a decanter, thank you.
mystery liquor.
Why are
I
you
think it's
holding
gentleman's
the mystery liquor?
Of course.
He told me to take a shot.
I did, and I can't let a friend take a shot alone.
And we're out of glasses down
You're
here right
gonna-
now.
Take it from the decanter.
All right, let's do this. Let's kick this thing off. Here we go.
Hell yeah, fuck it. Episode 16
So,
Episode 16.
how's your week
to
been,
episode
Reg?
16 then.
Dude, it has been, whoo, it has been a week.
A week. Like that
Definitely
kind of a
has.
week. Long.
Long, hard, busy.
That's what she said.
She did say that. Yeah, it's been a rough freaking week for me, man. Just a lot of work.
Yeah.
I think I clocked in every day last week
Wow.
at work.
Shouts
Yeah.
out to you.
Oh, dude, and then I finished an 11-hour day today. So it's been, work. But what about you, dude?
Well, I've just been at home because of the corona. So
That's a good thing to do.
Whenever anybody asks me a question this month, well, I just been at home.
Yeah. Like it feels like I've been doing a lot, but I've just been at home, just waiting out the corona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Netflixing it,
Yeah.
Huluing it,
What have you been on Netflix? You know I gotta ask. You know it.
I had to share this with you. So the joke Trevor made about this is funny.
We're just gonna make
But-
this a whole segment today on Netflix.
Yeah, we can, like through the corona stuff. But I've been watching a lot of Black AF.
Oh, dude, I started it last night, but then I got drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't finish it. But yeah, tell me about it.
So how far did you get?
About a minute and a half, and then my friends were like taking shots, and they were like, "You want a shot?"
So you got like the intro.
It was, yeah, the intro where like she explains the family and like why they have cameras and shit.
So pretty much the daughter is shooting a documentary for her to get into a film school.
Right.
Yeah. So she's pretty much taking footage of all the family members. And
Right.
Kenya Barris is the dad who has created a bunch of movies.
A bunch of black stuff.
He made Shaft. I didn't know he made Shaft,
Yeah.
dude. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And he also made Blackish, Makes-ish.
Yep. Grownish.
Grownish. A whole lot of black stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It does. And I've never seen him act. This was my first time seeing him as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really great.
Is
I
it?
enjoy
Because I didn't really I only saw clips of, him.
Yeah.
Because literally I've only seen the intro. That's it.
Yeah. So in the first episode, he pretty much makes fun of himself, calling himself a black profiteer.
She did. I did get to where she said that.
Yeah,
she called him that.
Yeah.
A racial profiteer or
Racial
something.
profiteer, exactly. That's what it was. And it's just hilarious because it takes like a family who's like into Hollywood and super materialistic and stuff, and they just like break down a lot of stuff.
I like it.
I enjoy it.
I like it.
I enjoy it.
I haven't seen it. I've only seen the trailers and they look good.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at you,
shot
Dash.
really well.
Looking at shit on Netflix before I do. Look at this shit.
Yo, I gotta stay on top of it now that you ask me about it every week, right?
Hey, man, what else you gonna do? You quarantine.
That is so true.
That's what I'm asking everybody. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm tired of playing video games, bro. Like,
Wow.
I gotta switch it up.
It does get tedious and boring at a certain point once you're playing so much. That's I think what happened to me on GTA, but now I've been on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
What have you been watching?
Oh, dude. Started this show called Altered Carbon. Have you seen the trailer for it?
I've
The one
seen
with,
I've heard of it, yeah.
Anthony Mackie, right?
Yeah. I haven't gotten to where he's in it yet. But I've only seen the first episode. It's 2 seasons. I forget how many episodes per season, but it's like an hour long. But the premise, the concept of it is crazy, dude. Like, okay, so basically you're immortal, but it's not you're not fucking immortal. So you have, say they can download your brain, everything in your brain, your memories, your knowledge, your personality, all that stuff into like a chip, like a microchip almost, like a disc. So they can take that out once your body dies. They call the body the shell. Your shell dies, but I think it's your stack is what the micro, like your you is. And so they can place that in a different body. So on like the first episode, I'm not really like spoiling anything because I've only seen 1 episode.
Gotcha.
But on the first episode, like I get there's like a 7-year-old daughter, somebody's 7-year-old daughter that dies. But you don't really get that because it's an old lady. They transferred her consciousness into an old lady. And they're like, what are you doing? What the heck? You know what I mean?
That is pretty strange.
It's crazy. But so there are these, I forget what they're called, but they're special like type people who have different stacks, but they have like certain abilities. Like it's not superhuman, but it's more than human ability. It's weird to explain. But yeah, so they basically are contracted out. There's this one dude that's contracted like out. His consciousness is, you know, all that stuff. 250 years after his body dies, because he's sentenced to never be, I guess, awoken again.
Okay.
Yeah, because you really don't die.
Like for a crime?
Yeah. Well, you can die if your chip is like destroyed.
Right. So he's permanently not allowed to be re-uploaded to it.
Right.
Person.
Right.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's quite interesting.
Sounds quite interesting, I'll say.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Riser?
Yeah, Mr. Riser.
I've been up to no good.
Oh shit.
Oh, I thought you left those days behind.
No, not much. Just working in the studio as always. Dying to get back in on the show.
Yeah.
Bored.
Just to do something.
Yeah, honestly, that's the one thing I get excited about.
I get it. I get it, man.
Same, yeah.
I get
It's
it.
a great show. It is a great show, but it's something to do as well.
It's definitely a distraction, dude.
It is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You guys get your stimulus check yet?
I have not.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting them, man.
Oh, that's.
I haven't gotten one.
You said because you like it's a different account and stuff.
Yeah. I gotta call my other bank and shit, but that's a whole thing.
Get my bank account set up. Check into the savings.
I gotta check it in the savings. See, the money's all in the savings, and I gotta transfer it.
Shouts out to Kevin.
Shouts
Hart.
out to Kevin Hart. I saw him live, by the way.
Whoa, that's
Him,
what's up. Which
I
one?
saw him live.
excellent performer.
The most recent one, Irresponsible. I
Really?
saw that on
Oh yeah,
tour.
because he came to Utah.
Well, I wasn't here then.
Where?
This is when I lived in Kentucky.
Oh, because you lived there before.
Yeah, he came to Louisville. I was like an hour away from where I lived. I lived in Lexington, which is the most live city in Kentucky, because University of Kentucky is there. We're an hour away from Cincinnati, hour away from Louisville. It's lit in a southern way. But yeah, I saw him. I had floor seats. Well, a floor seat, because I only bought one. It was like $100. I was like, yeah, I'll sit on the floor for $100.
You went by yourself?
Yeah, dude.
Bro, you should have went with your homies or something. That's like an experience.
I've been a lot of
right?
places by myself.
Yeah.
Some people don't have my interests.
I feel that.
So
I
yeah,
feel that.
I'll just, if I want to go, I'm going. Like
Okay.
I travel by myself too. I saw
same.
I saw Kevin Hart by myself. I saw Tiffany Haddish by myself. I saw Lunel by myself. You know.
So, what are the things that you do with other people that you enjoy?
Doo-doo.
I don't do that with other people. I don't
You don't?
enjoy doing that with other
I
people.
did once.
Don't be fucking stupid, dude.
Oh my
Here.
God.
Dude, what you did
Pick it up.
once?
You did once.
Whoa! I didn't mean. Pour
I
me
wasn't
a
watching.
whole cup.
2 shots of vodka.
2 shots. That is
Look,
not
have
even
you
the
seen
color
that?
of vodka.
Have you
Oh,
seen that
the video. Yeah.
The lady, she's like doing a cooking show. She
I've
says,
definitely seen
2
that.
shots of vodka. She pours it for like 7 seconds.
Going back to answer your question, what are things I love to? I I've gone to movies by myself. I like to go to movies with other people.
You enjoy your company.
I like to discuss it right afterwards. Yeah, I'm like, so what'd you think? You know, that's why I be on y'all so hard about watching movies and new shit, because I be wanting to talk about it, man.
But that's the thing. If you're gonna talk about it, why do you watch it by yourself?
Because, man, I be wanting to see it.
Oh, you can't wait.
Sometimes I want to see it, but as far as Altered Carbon, I'm way behind. My other two roommates,
Okay.
they watched it already, and they finished it like a week ago, and they've been telling me, you got to watch it, you got to watch it, you got to watch it. And I'm like, all right, dang it. A lot of times I'm catching up on stuff.
I got you. I've noticed also that it's different for different people. Like, certain people only go to the movies with the group of friends.
Yeah.
You know? It's not the same for everyone, excuse me. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting that you take yourself out a lot to all these places. So,
I didn't realize until you asked me that. Yeah. I really do a lot of shit by myself. Yeah. I really do.
So, you said you travel a lot.
I swear, I really do.
I promise it's just me. Yeah, I travel a lot.
Where's your favorite place you've traveled to?
Ooh, I almost answered right then. I normally... 4 years ago, you could have asked me this, and I would have said Barcelona, Spain. But you said my favorite is.
I said favorite is.
No, you didn't. I just added that. My most favorite place, right?
Yes.
It might have to be Paris, dude.
Why?
I've been there. I've been to Barcelona more times, but Paris, I've been there quite a bit. Like, and it's easy to get around and understand the streets and stuff. But I have my favorite places there. I do in Barcelona too, but in Paris I have more favorite places. Across the street, not across the street, but kind of across the street from the Notre Dame Cathedral, there's this crepes, kind of like a stand restaurant. I don't know how to explain it, but they have the best crepes, and that's the first place I tried crepes. I didn't even know what they were, and somebody said, "Do you want to try crepes?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I had never had Nutella before either. That was the first time I tried that, so that was a whole thing. That's yeah, that probably because Paris has the better memories.
Okay, food or sights?
Just good times. Good times, I would say.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's this really cool scone place around the corner. I want to show you.
This what?
The scone place. They're like a
scone cutters.
Yeah, scone cutter.
I've had that,
dude.
I've only had.
They took me there for the first time, and this shit was lit.
Yeah.
Oh, when did you go?
I had a Philly cheesesteak. Well, it's right around the corner. We just drove there like a week or so ago.
It was your first time?
Yeah.
Bro,
you like it though?
Cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, they make like sandwiches and all kinds of crazy stuff, but it's all on scones.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I just gotta address this real quick because you said Philly cheesesteak and then he said Philly cheesesteak. Now I'm gonna say Philly cheesesteak. So I've been to Philadelphia International Airport. That's it. I had a cheesesteak there. All right. So, you gotta, if you're in Philadelphia, it doesn't matter if you're in the airport or not. You gotta have a cheesesteak, right?
Sure.
The best cheesesteak I've ever had in my life comes from Atlanta.
Okay.
Because
no.
Yes.
No.
Controversial.
You were only in the airport though.
True.
Was it from a chain?
But I will no. It's like this its own. It's kind of like a hole in the wall restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, I agree. I was in the airport. I can't really compare it to a Philadelphia cheesesteak. I don't even know what they are. Yeah. But I can't compare it to that. Yeah. But what I can compare it to is just all the cheesesteaks I've had in my life, and it was the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make some good cheesesteaks here.
I had it like 4 months ago when I went to when I was in Atlanta. I think I went to Alabama.
Okay, man. I'll get the frozen one from the store. I don't give a damn.
Dude, they have a different taste and feel to them. Because at Moochie's, there's this one that's...
I can't believe you poured me like 2 shots. Sorry, everybody. Go ahead.
That's more than 2 shots.
That's more than 2 shots.
Down for Reg.
Oh, it was horrible.
So
you guys watch YouTube because this shit is funny sometimes.
It really is.
Reg is going to end up sleeping in the studio.
Right.
So I was talking about the Philly cheesesteak and Moochie's out in Utah. I don't know if it's in different states as well. But
I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah, they got a really good cheesesteak, like a fat one. Bro,
Okay.
with like the mushrooms.
When I start eating meat again, I have to try it.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think I might start eating meat after, like, we open up after coronavirus. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
It's so easy for you to do it now, huh?
No, I don't care. I don't know. Just
You
why
know
not?
who for fast food had a surprisingly good French dip?
Arby's.
Arby's.
I know it. I tried it.
I didn't want it to be as good as it was.
It's really good, dude.
I mean,
never tried it.
obviously I wanted it to be good when I ate it, but I wasn't like, I was like, this isn't going to be like a real French dip.
But it is.
No, it's good.
Right.
I like the dip from Buffalo Wild Wings. Oof,
Which one?
a lot of them, bro.
I used to work there. You know that, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
Have you had their
Right
spiciest
before we
ones?
met.
The super spicy sauce?
Yeah, I tried it. I tried it, yeah.
I want to do the challenge. I got a plate of
Now-
wings and ate them, but when you do the challenge, they like drench it in like double the sauce.
See, the way I tried it, I just kind of like dipped like my finger or like a spoon or something, and just like, I didn't fill the spoon up with the sauce, but you know, I just tried it enough to try it. It burned.
It's pretty ridiculous.
It burned. So I don't know how people do like a thing of wings.
I ate the whole thing, bro.
You did this?
Yeah.
He does this, bro.
I
Oh,
drink
yeah.
hot sauce on the regular,
That's
bro.
right. You love hot stuff.
Literally.
But,
Literally.
I didn't do
Literally
the
loves it.
challenge. It's different when you do the challenge. They put extra wing sauce, the extra of this super crazy sauce on
like
it.
super wet.
Yeah, you're practically like drinking it out of the bottom of the basket just to win the challenge.
Right.
And
I tried to get people to do the challenge when I was a waiter there.
You don't even win
Nobody
any money
did it.
for their challenge. You just
No, a
you don't
t-shirt.
even win a T-shirt. You have to pay for the T-shirt.
Not when I was there. You didn't have to pay for it. You win it.
You get like your picture on a wall.
We didn't do pictures. So I guess that was the trade-off. We'll give you a shirt, no more pictures on the wall.
Oh,
Maybe that was the trade-off.
I want to do a show where I go and do all of the challenges.
I think you should.
Like that. What was it? Somebody already did that. Man versus Food. Who was?
Oh yeah, that's true. I can't remember. I can only picture Guy Fieri now.
I know. I was thinking Guy Fieri, but I know it's not him. He did like other stuff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
you
did
know
that
what?
stuff.
There's a whole computer in front of me.
There's a whole Google out there.
There's a whole ass robot right here.
Google out there. Where's there?
The cloud.
I'm in
It's
the
up
cloud.
All right, let's see. Man versus Food, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see who.
No, I know. It
No,
wasn't
not
Guy
Salt
Fieri.
Lake City. Salt Lake City. Yeah.
He's been here a few times.
Oh, this dude with the dark hair. What's his name?
Oh God, excuse me.
Adam Richmond.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came here and did.
They did say Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's come here and done a couple of things. There's he did the burger bar, I think is what it's called.
Where's that? I want to try some stuff that was on the Food Network.
It's in my hometown.
Oh, okay.
They're kind of a lie. I think it is burger bar.
They're kind of a lie. What do you mean? You
Well, I
gotta
just
explain
found
this.
out. They have they're really good food. They got really good burgers, and they're like this little stop. I don't know if they're still open right now with everything going on, but like you don't go in the restaurant. It's like a. It's hard to explain. Like it's a style that probably has a name, but where they're inside the building, but then it's just like windows all around the building. It's not big
Okay.
enough to have customers inside, and they serve you. In the
I know what
parking
you're
lot.
talking about.
Yeah.
There's yeah.
Kinda like a
McDonald's
drive-in
used to be
kinda
that
deal.
way.
Yeah.
They did.
And there's a lot of burger places like that, and I'm gonna feel stupid when I realize what it's called later. But
He said it. This says Google. That is says that he came July 7, 2010 to Salt Lake City. Said he took a trip to Salt Lake City for a season 2 episode and stopped at Bruges Waffles. I want to say I've seen this and Frites. Richmond tasted one of the restaurant's traditional Belgian waffles and said it was unlike any waffle I've ever had. That could be either good or bad.
Yes.
maybe it was another show that came to the burger bar because I can't see them having any challenges.
Speaking of shows, go ahead. My bad.
Sorry.
I won't forget.
What I was gonna say, they have these meats, like exotic meats of the month, and then one month it's like shark, and 1 month it's like flamingo, and 1 month it's like we have like
I really gotta try this place. Wait,
cockroach
but you said it's a
burgers.
lie.
It's always beef or something.
I've
or
eaten
horse, I
cockroach
don't know.
before. It sucks.
Of course you have.
It's
bro.
horrible.
Of
Yeah, in
course
China.
you
No, but
I
anyway,
have
I
nothing to say
heard,
about that.
Right.
I heard that it's a scam. It's always just like a regular burger, and they're
Oh.
like, this month it's.
I've had bison burger. That's good beef.
Oh yeah, they have.
Or is that beef? It's good bison.
It's live
It's
beef.
good bison.
Yeah.
Wait, why is cow meat called beef and chicken called chicken?
And pig called pork.
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a
Yeah,
good
why put
question.
this stuff?
I think you should
Hey, why do you?
look that up.
It just came
Why do you
up.
park in
I
the
have no
driveway
idea.
and drive in the parkway?
Drive in the parkway. Whoa.
I
Blowing
just took the
minds right
parkway
now.
home the other day.
Oh my god.
The parkway what? Hot dogs?
Legacy Parkway.
Oh, never mind.
It's like a, it's like
Dude,
a
the
highway.
first meat that I'm going to eat when I start eating, we're talking about meat, right?
Yep.
Or did I
Sure.
just bring that up? And
We were talking about buffalo.
yeah.
Like buffalo
So
burgers.
the best, it was so good. The best, I mean, I don't know why I keep saying that. The one meat that I'm going to eat is definitely shrimp. I miss shrimp. I miss the heck out of shrimp.
But it's not technically meat. It's like fish.
That's kind of true. Some people consider it meat, like vegetarians consider it meat, or else you just be pescatarian. Eat fish and nothing else.
But it's a certain. I don't know who made the rules up, bro.
I don't know.
Who was the first person
Them,
to be like
they made it up.
a vegan? Like, how did this happen? This vegan.
The theys, man. The
The
theys, they'll
They
get
did
you.
it.
They did it.
Everybody has to be in their own category and feel special about what they do, and doesn't like, you know. I have a diet that works best for me, and when I'm on that diet,
Hot
it's not the
sauce.
only thing I talk about. You know, I haven't been on my diet for a while. I've actually wanting to get in shape, but regardless, like something about veganism, it consumes your entire identity.
Yeah, dude.
It's like they're holding their breath. They can't wait to fucking tell you about it when they.
I
meet
can't. I can't lie.
Mm.
I like to talk about being vegetarian.
You're one of
Like
them.
every once in a while. But like when I'm in the store, fuck are you doing?
You're one of them.
Like when I'm in the store and because people ask me though.
Sure.
Like I guess I don't seem like a vegetarian.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly. Neither do I. But people
What does a vegetarian
ask
look
me
like?
all the time. Apparently not me. Follow me at Red's Travels to see how I look. So apparently when I'm like in the grocery store and I'm buying stuff, a lot of people are like, "Wait, you're vegan?" And I'm like, "No, I'm vegetarian." "You're vegetarian?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know." I'm like, why would you want to know? Why does that affect you? But I get it all the time. Apparently, I don't look like a vegetarian. I don't know what that means.
I guess they think you'd be like thinner, because that's the.
Thinner? Damn, bro. How much more thin can I get? I lost 10 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that good? Or not?
No.
I mean, I thought you were trying to lose weight.
It'd be good if I lost
my
that.
dream weight is like another 10, 15 pounds from what I am right now. No, 10 pounds from what I am right now.
More?
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to bulk
Like
up?
I'm only 10 right now. I'm only 10 pounds heavier than I was in high school.
So you're trying to bulk up right now, or what?
I don't know. I would like to bulk up a little bit because here's the thing. I love running and I really want to get back into running because I kind of want to do a marathon by the time I'm 35. It's actually on my bucket list.
Bro, that's on my bucket list
Yeah?
too. Yeah.
We can run one together. We can train together and
Let's
shit.
do it. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I'm serious too.
But my thing is like when I run, I lose so much weight. Like, and it's because I run. And when I eat, I don't eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But then I go run because I love running.
yeah,
I love running.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I do it too much.
You don't
without balance.
love eating as much as you love running.
As much as I love running.
I feel
Exactly.
you. I'm the same way. Like,
And then I lose too much weight.
yes, like I could work out, like go hard at the gym, but then I don't eat as much as I need to in order to make those gains and keep them.
Right.
Cause it's like eating is a whole nother thing of.
It is. It's a chore,
healthy.
man. If
It
you're
is.
trying to like gain weight or maintain, it's such a chore.
Oh, yeah, cause I generally don't eat that much. Well, I eat a lot of junk food, but like when it comes to like good, healthy food, like a whole meal,
Yeah.
it's gonna take me like at least I need a break.
You need a girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, that's so true.
They will girlfriend.
Feed you, bro.
Yes, they will make you gain weight, dude.
They will. They will.
Like my ex, dude. I gained. I told you, like when I moved here, it was like 50 pounds more than what I am right now.
Yeah.
She loved it. She was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm like, I need to lose weight. I'm losing my abs. And she was like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
They be doing it, man. They be plotting on you.
They
be plotting on you, Trevin.
Well, I don't look like what I once did.
Speaking of girlfriends and, in your case, wife.
My wife's a professional chef.
You've
Bro,
been
she keeps us all well fed.
So
yeah.
Straight up.
I
That's
mean,
what's
yeah.
up. I mean,
Shouts out
yeah.
to
Y'all are
Victoria.
always shouts out, Victoria. I
Shouts out.
hope you're listening to this episode. Shouts out to you.
Yeah, shouts out to you.
I'm gonna do a shot for
Oh
you.
wait,
right
I'll do
now,
it. I'll do it with
honey.
you, honey.
So back to what you were saying, Raj.
That's some powerful shit.
That is some powerful stuff.
Woo!
Speaking of girlfriends and wives and whatnot, Trevin,
Sir.
have you been giving out that quarantine?
Oh my god.
Because
I should have known you were going to ask.
Of course, man. Because like, you know, a lot of people, they're saying that it's gonna be like a baby boom,
Yeah, it's been
like a second baby boom.
It's been what, 3-4 weeks? She's probably got pregnant about 3-4 times.
About 3-4 times.
So
I feel you.
We're gonna have about 3 or 4.
Quadruplets, baby.
Yeah. Wait, it's been 4 weeks since this all started?
I think
I
he's
don't-
just
I
making
don't
up
know.
that number.
'Cause
I feel like I've
it's
learned
been
by
longer.
now.
Because I feel like it's been longer. How
Yeah.
long
We've
has
been doing it upside down cake style and
Upside down cake. This is your thing. If only you knew how many times I've heard that. Listening to the podcast. Trying to find clips that people would like.
upside down cake
Upside
style.
down cake style. What were you saying, Dash?
How long have we been in quarantine for?
I think since like March 16th ish.
So a whole month.
So
It's
yeah,
been
about
a good
month
3-4
now.
months, 4 weeks.
Like
this
nationwide.
quarantine fucking with my head.
Nationwide, I think it's been since like the 16th.
It's been since last month. Yeah,
March.
it's been about 3-4 months.
Speaking of which, we are late on this, but I decided to bring it up anyway. Did you guys hear about the NASCAR driver? I think he's like Asian and white. He said the N-word.
Why?
Okay.
Why? This is what he said.
I don't have a dog in that fight.
I see you backed out really quickly, Trevor. All right.
Okay.
No, so he was like doing like a mic check or some shit. Michael Checkington. He was doing a mic check, and then so basically, I don't know. He just was like, "Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?" And nobody said anything, and then he was like, "Nigger." Nobody said anything, and they were like, "Oh, we can hear you." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he immediately apologized.
fuck.
But number one, NASCAR.
Number one.
Number one, NASCAR. Did we not think they were saying that word? Am I? Did we not think they were? I come from Alabama, which has the Talladega, like, races.
I think depending
Talladega,
on where you
Alabama.
come from, certain people, as long as they're not white, have been allowed to say the word and like.
Now, allowed is a different thing.
Like
we
rap
know
music.
that everybody says
Well, of
it.
course, that's what he said. Sounds different. I mean, was it the hard R?
Oh, bro, hard R, he stuck the landing.
Okay, then I yeah. No.
He stuck that landing.
He stuck the
landing. Bro, he was growling at
Yeah,
the
that's
end of that
probably
shit.
not a good idea
Yeah,
to do in a microphone on a stage
Yeah, I don't
on
get
television.
in front of everybody.
that. Like, why would that pop up?
Dude, you got me. And then so NASCAR as a business comes out and apologizes and said, NASCAR, we're more diverse than this, blah 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 blah. Number one, that's a lie.
They got what, one
There's
Asian
like
driver and one
5%.
woman driver.
There's like 5% black like people in
Okay.
NASCAR.
That's better than I
I
thought.
feel like-
And I'm not even sure
I feel
that's
like-
drivers though. I'm
I
not
feel
even
like
sure that
just-
that's drivers.
Just racing as a whole, because in Formula One, it's just
No, in NASCAR,
Hamilton.
Formula One, it's different because you have Europeans.
Yeah.
And Europeans view race different, for the most part, different than we do. For the most part,
I don't know. I haven't been there.
I've lived among them. They're cool for the most part about everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Black, white.
I feel like they just
Spanish.
have a whole different way of living in terms of.
It is.
Is it more like Asian type of living? Or?
No, nothing is Asian type of living except Asian
Okay.
type of living.
Is it like the next thing after that?
It's like a middle ground between U.S. and Asian living.
Okay.
No, probably the middle ground would be South America. So it's like a step between South America and U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys get that?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
So, I'm not.
Oh boy!
Whoa.
Tear the studio.
We heard that. We heard that. But yeah. So, moving on, plowing right through this.
That's what she said.
Did you guys hear about that shit on Black Twitter? This lady saying, damn.
What's Black Twitter?
Need
I
to
didn't even
find-
know that was a thing.
Dude. Are you for real?
Well, I mean, I'm not black, so.
So true. Do you remember you were like, I've been white so many times? I immediately thought about that. Everybody go listen to Convosaries. I think that's episode 2. No, 3.
No, that shit was funny though.
I've been white so many times.
So many times.
But yeah, Black Twitter is where you get all the funny shit.
Okay.
That's where funny Twitter comes from, Black Twitter. So this lady was talking about how desserts and appetizers are for women only. She was like, I better not catch no man, order no appetizer or order no dessert. That's a woman thing.
The fuck does that mean?
Right. And then she was like, I'd rather you order 2 whole meals than order a dessert. So my question is
I heard the same
are
thing.
desserts gay?
No, I heard the same thing,
Yeah.
but the way I heard it was, I don't want the dessert as the main thing. Like he.
No.
dessert
But it's
instead
not
of-
that though. Because I went back and read it again.
Listen, I'm a fat
It's
man,
not
and
that.
as a fat
She's
man, it is my
basically-
God-given right to eat appetizers and desserts for every fucking God-given meal.
Right. I feel like if I want a dessert, I'm gonna get a
gonna
dessert.
yeah.
But she's saying
And if it's
basically
gay, then
it's
fuck
a yeah, that's what she's saying. Like it's a feminine thing. It's gay. I'm like, damn. Since when is
Since when is
dessert
ice cream
like
gay?
literally only for women?
Listen, I literally had a little personal-sized birthday cake right before coming down to the show.
Yes.
And
You mean today?
Yeah,
That's
just
awesome.
tonight. And if eating desserts is gay, then I don't want to be
I don't want to be straight. I'm with you on that one. I sometimes buy birthday cakes and eat them by myself, and it's not my birthday. Confession time.
It was like a low carb thing though, and we were just at the store. We was grabbing some items, and so I saw it, and I was like, well, I'll give it a try.
Dude, I tried my first vegan pizza
Vegan
yesterday.
pizza.
It is better than regular pizza.
Bullshit.
It's vegan,
Bullshit,
like
they
roasted
say.
vegetable pizza. Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Like what?
No
kinds of-
cheese?
Like-
or is there like a fake
Like
cheese?
I'm so mad I forgot to buy it today. Like that.
What kind of vegetables are you talking about?
Talking broccoli, I'm talking peppers, I'm talking about onions, mushrooms,
I mean, you could make a decent pizza with those.
cauliflower crust.
Huh?
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Dude. It's so good.
Cauliflower is like
It's
fake
so good.
carbs.
Okay.
I didn't think I would like it, and it's thin. It's a thin crust, so you think it's gonna be crunchy.
I don't like
You
thin
think-
crust.
Bro, you think you don't.
I know.
I only bought it because I'm vegetarian. I was like, I'm gonna try this. You know what I mean? Cauliflower crust. I'm gonna try it.
And you said it's vegan, not vegetarian.
It's
the
vegan.
actual pizza.
Yeah, it's
so is there a
vegan.
lack of cheese or was there a fake cheese?
There's fake cheese, which is better than real cheese.
Bullshit.
Bro.
I know, right?
100%.
It's so good.
So what is all this fake meat in veganism? Is it? What is it?
Oh, it's soy.
A
Just
lot
in
of
the
it's made
form-
out of like ground vegetables.
But I like a lot of I like tofu though. I like tofu. Tofu is good
And
Okay.
tofu is like a microorganism.
if
It's
you
like
cook
a-
it right.
like a block of bacteria.
It's
or
like a
something.
block of protein.
It's like the bread.
From what?
type
From
stuff,
like
right?
microorganism.
Yeah.
Because you know what protein is, right?
What's that?
It's animal meat.
No. Protein is found in plants. Animals eat plants. That's where they get their protein from, and we get our protein from animals.
Yeah, but like mussels are made out of protein.
I am
So
not.
I'm saying, where does tofu protein come from?
Oh, they're getting into it, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I just want to
I
know.
was just about to say I am not pretentious like that. I'm just vegetarian just because.
No, I'm not
It's
saying
not
like
because
that.
I'm trying to save animals.
No, I just want to know.
I love animals.
What is tofu
Peter,
made out
I
of?
love animals.
No animals were hurt in the making of this podcast.
No animals were hurt in the making of this podcast. Let's just
I think
put
it's
that
made out
there.
of beans or something.
Wait, go back up. It had it. Soy, creamy, high protein, low fat product made of soy. It's just literally just soy. Soy
Okay.
milk? Is that what it said?
Maybe it's like soy cheese.
It says soy milk.
So hold up. Soy is like
I drink
something
almond milk.
You can.
Now that's gay.
Yeah, there's no manual. way of
The
saying
callback,
that.
ladies and gentlemen.
There's no manual. way of
You
saying
should be a comedian.
So is soy like a sort of material you can make into any type of thing?
Most likely. I'm just going to say yes.
It just
because
comes from
it
a
sounds
soybean.
right. Yeah.
So why can you
Sure.
make like meat like stuff? With it?
It's not meat like. It's definitely soy. It just looks like meat. That's all it is.
Have you heard the Joe Rogan bit
it
about
just-
vegetarians eating fake meat?
No.
It's
I
like,
feel
why
like I
are you
should've known
eating a
this.
fake version of the thing you're against?
I feel
That's
bad
like being
now.
a priest that likes to kick rubber babies. Like
Oh
you're
my
against
God.
eating meat. So what you eat, you want to pretend that it's meat?
I feel like are you about to give me another shot? Damn, bro. I'm
You
gonna
like-
have to stop.
Looked like
Like,
you was asking. You picked up the glass.
I
and,
just
like,
wanted to see
held
what
it
was
up.
in it.
What is it?
Now you know what's in it.
Now I know what's in it. You're not gonna let me take this alone.
Fuck it.
I feel like this is starting to become a
I'm out of
theme.
chaser.
RJ being drunk on the podcast. I don't like it.
Oh,
Fuck it,
okay.
dude.
He said,
That's
"Oh,
fair.
okay,
Good content.
good content."
Yeah, fuck it.
Shouts out to Timothy De La Ghetto, formerly known as Timothy De La Ghetto. Now he's going by his full name, Timothy Chantarangsu.
Oh. Okay.
I am so proud of myself. Shout out to him because he has a podcast called No Chaser,
Okay.
and they take shots
With no chaser.
with no. Bro, you get it. Whoa.
That's what's up.
Let's do a no chaser in honor of them.
No Chaser in honor. I've got to tag him now for this
Okay.
episode.
Fine, do it.
Timothy Chantarangsu. I think that's it. Tim,
We're
we're taking a shot for you right now.
Oh God, that's so strong.
So why did he
No
change
chaser.
his name to Timothy Chamarangsku?
That's his name. He's just going by his name now,
Oh, okay.
which I understand.
Yeah. So why did he choose
Uh,
to do that?
Probably because he feels like he's growing up now. He wants to be known by his name, which I completely understand.
Yeah.
I actually thought about because you know I'm an actor. Those of you out there who don't know it, now you do.
I met
thought
Johnny
about-
Depp once, so I'm basically an actor.
Oh, did
I'm
you
just
really?
kidding. No, that's just like a running joke.
Okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck? We've got to stop everything right now and talk about this. But yeah. So I almost went by like a stage name. So I understand where he's coming from. I want my name out there.
Makes sense.
Jamie Foxx. That's not his real name.
Yeah.
It's Eric Bishop.
Yep.
But people don't know that.
Yep. Have you heard the stories of why he changed his name?
No, but it works. His name is
It did work.
great.
Yeah.
He has an awesome name, Jamie Foxx with 2 X's.
Mm-hmm.
That is incredible.
It
That's a
was dope.
rememberable name.
Homie's multi-talented. You actually
he is a
kinda
fox,
remind
too.
me of,
Shouts out.
Yeah, he
Jamie
is.
Foxx, 'cause you're like talented in like many fields and stuff. Like,
Hmm.
you be singing and dancing and drumming and street performing.
Yeah.
And like a whole bunch of stuff. So.
He does a lot of stuff, man. He's really good. Like definitely multi-talented. And you know who I think about in that vein as far as being that multi-talented? Wayne Brady. He is
Really, I don't know him outside of football. I don't know.
No, not Tom Brady.
Oh, Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
You know who Wayne Brady is?
Yeah.
He is super talented.
Bro, Trevor and I were listening to him freestyle on Sway.
Dude,
We
what
were
the
like,
fuck, dude?
Bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No way, dude. Shouts out to
we
him.
didn't believe it was him at first. We were like, nah.
We were like, Wayne Brady? Like, the Wayne Brady?
You know he won The Masked Singer this past season.
What is that?
Really?
The Masked Singer? You've never seen this?
No.
Dude.
It's one of the millions of
Have you seen it?
wannabe American Idol shows that have came out in the last 10 years.
But it's good too, though.
That's what they say about all of them. Well, this one's different. They swivel chairs now.
It's different, bro. I promise. They have masks and everything.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying.
No, yeah. But seriously though, The Masked Singer is really good.
Okay.
Me and my roommates, of course, watch it like whenever the seasons come out. Nick Cannon is the host. Side note, can I just say Nick Cannon is a mother effing hustler?
Yes, shouts out to Nick Cannon.
Shouts out.
Dude, I want to go into the thing about the Dr. Sebi documentary.
Yeah, he's got rights over it. Yeah.
And he released a trailer for that.
Did he release it already? The trailer?
The trailer.
I didn't know that.
Not the whole documentary.
When was this?
On the 1st of April. So
Okay.
On April 4th.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it could be a real thing or it could be an April Fool's thing.
It's not a April Fool's thing because this has been in production for months.
Yeah,
I know he's been working on
it.
it.
He talked about it, taking it on after Nipsey passed on. So if it does become a real thing, I'm really interested to see it because it's gonna go behind the scenes of a lot of things. Yeah,
it looks like it's gonna be good. From what, well, I say that, but from what I'm hearing, looks like it's gonna be good, man.
Yeah,
looks like it's gonna be good.
Looking forward to it.
And I just wanted to bring something up before we get too far. Shouts out to Brandon XJ Simonton on Facebook.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Shouts out to him.
Left us a really wonderful review.
Brandon, I appreciate you guys.
On our new Facebook page, which is gaining followers rather quickly. So shouts out to all you guys.
My guy.
But shouts out to Brandon.
Shouts out to Brandon because I read that comment that he put and I was like, man, he's probably a bigger fan than I am of me.
It's hard to be.
Because we all know this is about me. No, I'm joking. We actually had this conversation right before we recorded. Dash, you asked me, you were like, Reg, do you ever see yourself becoming Hollywood? And I was like, oh, I hope so. But I could never leave you guys behind because without you guys, I wouldn't be me.
Bro, same. Like,
this is like a movement. It's about the team, man.
It is,
yes.
We're all, even though we're all going on different paths, like the fact that we're crossing paths right now and going up together is so awesome.
Exactly. You know like, I wouldn't have even done a podcast if it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Because your podcast, you had me on, and I was like, "Wow, I think I could do this."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It just took just that for me to think, maybe
it's possible.
Maybe.
Yeah, and you did it, bro.
And then Trevin has a whole studio in his house.
Yeah. That's me.
With equipment, he's like, yeah, that's me. With equipment and everything. And then when I met you, Trevin, I was like, wow, this dude is like, I can riff off of this dude. Like, I can say my best shit. You can make me better, which I think you do for sure because you're so quick.
Well,
and that's one thing that's the biggest thing that I admire in you, honestly. That's a brain thing. You're so quick, man.
Well, I'm honored.
Quick-witted, and I love that thing. And don't judge me, okay? Trevin, don't judge me. Dash, don't judge me.
Okay.
I've looked up how to become quick, quick-witted.
I'm not judging.
Thank you. Because that's something I like super admire, like Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
She is so quick-witted.
Yeah.
You're talking about like witty, like having something to say or a rebuttal.
Right.
Yeah.
But like off rip, off the top.
Almost all the time.
Speaking of Ellen DeGeneres, have you guys heard about this? Like people are like giving her backlash.
Oh yeah, because of her. Apparently she's like a dictator when it comes to like running her team or something.
Not even that. Before they got into that. So what they were saying, Trevin, is that did you guys hear this joke that she made about prison?
Uh-oh.
Right. So she was saying, and I'm loosely quoting this. She was saying that, like, she feels like she's in prison because she can't go anywhere, and everybody in her house is gay.
Wow. I think that's funny.
Thank you, Trevin. Thank you. I think it's hilarious.
I'm from that world. I've never been to prison per se, but I've been to jail and I've been locked up as a
The
kid,
only thing
and I've been in the like that.
people are giving her backlash
Lifestyle.
because she has always been clean, pretty much. You know, in a certain circumstance, because she's, coming out and everything. That was
She's
a
very
huge deal.
like a wholesome character, though. In
Right.
The public eye.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So everybody's got her on this pedestal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if someone like Andrew Schultz would have said that, everybody would have laughed. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Andrew Schultz. I love
Shouts
Andrew
out.
Schultz. If he would have said that, but Ellen works clean, as they say in the business.
Yeah.
She works clean. So that type of comment didn't come off well.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen some like slightly risque stuff on her show. She gets a little,
Yeah,
she adds a little
yeah,
flavor here and
yeah.
there. She's not
She does.
totally,
Yeah.
clean cut, but
Let's get into what you were saying, though, about Ellen.
can I, before we get into that, can I say,
Yeah.
I saw this video and I don't know where it came from and I don't know what year it was. She had Bill Gates on the show and she gave him a check for $20,000 and it was the most awkward, cringy shit to look at.
I
and
want to say I
maybe-
remember that.
And I don't have a lot of context. Maybe she was donating to one of his charities. But I just saw this little clip. She's like, we want to give you a check for $20,000. It was like, because I'm a billionaire and I'm going to give you a big check. Like
That's
and
like a
he's just standing
$20
there
check
holding
to
it,
me.
like,
Sorry, guys.
it's like 20 cents to Bill Gates.
ESPN. I don't know what they're like talking
I think
about.
it was to his foundation because he has like this foundation.
Had to be to the foundation,
Probably.
right? Because
And it was probably out of context. But I just thought it was so fucking funny to watch that.
yeah. Because
Anyway.
that. What were you saying though? Because I've heard like, who was it? Some dude like was like, I'll donate $2 to whoever can tell me horror stories about Ellen DeGeneres, and people start like showing up in droves.
I didn't hear about that. I didn't read the
Oh,
whole
you didn't
article,
hear
but I
that?
saw a few article headlines about like Ellen under fire because of the way she treats her staff and stuff like that. So
apparently, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate now, and I'm gonna defend the heck out of Ellen DeGeneres out of all this stuff. So apparently, she treats one person mean a day, and it's a different person every time.
she's just like, you're the bitch today.
Today, Trevin, you got it, and you just got to deal with it for that day because the next day it's gonna
You're
be
her
somebody
favorite
else.
again?
Yeah, it's gonna be somebody else. That I completely understand. Let me tell you why. Before you start writing comments and shit, everybody, let me tell you why. Because if she was mean to everybody, she would be a bully, right? But she's just mean to one person, a different person
Yeah, and
every day.
to me, it makes a big difference that it's not the exact same person all the time. It's,
Right,
It's not like there's a
right.
Meg per se. Like of the
Exactly.
group.
If I worked for Ellen and it was my day, I'm like, shit, this is my fucking day.
She's the billionaire.
Yeah, well,
Fuck
here
it.
we go.
Today's the day.
I'm sucking it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Dash?
I
I'm
would.
sucking it up.
I wouldn't
'Cause
tell nobody
tomorrow,
either.
I'm Gucci.
Tomorrow, there's a free car under my seat.
Exactly. We're
There's
good.
a free
We're
car.
good
There's
tomorrow.
a free yacht under my seat.
It's a yacht ride. But either way, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
word.
it's crazy. I heard a
I feel
lot
you
of
on that
bad stuff
perspective, though.
about Ellen, but
I mean, everyone's got something. right?
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when you ask me if I'm gonna go Hollywood, number one, I hope to,
Yeah.
but I don't know what my thing is gonna be. You
Gotcha.
know what I mean? I don't know what my
'Cause-
thing is gonna be.
P. Diddy did have a thing. I don't know if he still does this.
What was his thing?
Where he had someone hold an umbrella for him. while he
Oh
was in the
yeah,
sun.
fuck, what was his name?
Oh, there was one dude.
Yeah, I forgot his name. people out there who are listening know. People who are listening know his name.
But people were going off on Diddy about that. Like, he had that one dude just he wasn't even holding the umbrella under himself. It was just over Diddy's head. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like almost like the president. Farnsworth Bentley is his name. I just had to see a picture. Farnsworth Bentley.
Okay.
Is his name. Yeah, and he got like famous for that, being the umbrella guy. Yeah.
Wow.
Like in all the videos, all that stuff. Farnsworth Bentley.
World's most famous umbrella holder.
Is that what where does it say that? Oh, right there.
Here.
Right there too. Well dressed assistant too.
Wow.
You can stand under my umbrella.
World's most famous umbrella holder. Because he has moves and stuff. Like he's dancing and all that.
So he pretty much got that that celebrity from just being around Diddy.
Just being around him, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Well.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I was just looking at our Facebook.
What's the Facebook? Convosaries podcast?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Everybody should check that out. It
Follow
is
and
new.
like.
And, give us a like. Rate us.
Like, ladies and
Give us a review.
Tell us what you think about Convosaries.
Speaking of which, this has nothing to do with that. Did you guys hear about Dana White?
Dana White from the UFC? No.
I hear a lot
Thank you,
about
Trevin.
Dana White.
I knew. That's why I looked right at you, Trevin, because I knew you knew who Dana White was. From UFC. He's it's Dana White and Joe Rogan who are like the people.
Well, Dana White's
UFC.
the owner.
Yeah, that's true.
And then,
Well,
Joe Rogan's
not
more like the
complete
spokesperson.
owner. He's like
I would say that
part owner.
definitely
He's the
Mike
face of the
Goldberg's.
business.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's the face.
Yeah.
But either way,
Mike
Dana,
Goldberg's more the voice. He's
Dana White is he is. Why not?
Don't make me do it.
You guys watching YouTube know what's going on right now.
This decanter started out almost full.
So Dana White is such a great
We're getting
promoter.
down in here.
Number one. Number two. You know how there are no sports on right now, like no live sports, no nothing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I did not realize how much of a sports person I was until now. I'm like, I will watch lacrosse right now. Actually, lacrosse is not bad.
Yeah,
Have you ever watched it? It's actually kind of dope.
Yeah.
It's like hockey soccer.
Hockey soccer.
It's hard to explain, but
times
take
fast.
that. It's hockey soccer, hockey soccer, hockey soccer, hockey soccer, hockey soccer, hockey soccer. Thank you for the challenge. But no, that's what it is though. Like I'll definitely watch hockey soccer damn. Lacrosse
I'd really
right
kill
now.
for some hockey soccer right
some
now.
hockey soccer. But lacrosse, I could watch that right now. But Dana White is like saying that he's gonna go not get an island, but have fights on this island. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna quarantine all the fighters. So, say you and me are fighters, Trevin.
Okay.
We're all gonna go to this island. So we're gonna be exposed to each other, and that's it, right?
Okay.
So on the island, we're just gonna fight. They're gonna test us every, whatever days, every day, whatever. I don't know how it's gonna work because I'm not a scientist.
Sure. It's a 14-day incubation period before you show signs.
Sure.
And
Why not?
it's contagious during the incubation period.
Yeah, sure. So that, but
And then the fight.
at least we have live sports. You know what I mean? They're trying to do it like every Saturday, I think is what it is.
Okay.
But right now at this point, I'm almost fiending for some sports.
If they do it they could get a lot of views. A lot of eyes.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
I mean, it's definitely gonna get a lot of eyes. In my mind, the reason why is because there's nothing else live sports wise that's going on right now.
100%.
Right now, we would have the what's the hockey cup called?
The hockey puck?
The Stanley Cup. We'd have
The hockey soccer?
The hockey soccer.
Hockey sack.
The hacky sack.
The hockey sack.
So right now, like the Stanley Cup that's what would be going on right now. The championship.
Okay.
Okay.
But we have nothing. We still have the draft. A lot of people are saying that the NFL is using this to kill the XFL
Okay.
because that was gaining traction. Oh shit, you put liquor in my cup.
You told me to.
I did, didn't I? But so the NFL that's what they're saying. They're taking away from the XFL.
Okay.
So they're not gonna, make money. A lot of people were saying that Colin Kaepernick should definitely sign to the XFL, but for equity, not for a salary.
And he could do that too.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
He's got that.
If the XFL survives after this.
Is that like just the lower league below the NFL?
Do you remember the AFL, American Football League? It's like an indoor football league, really.
Okay.
That wasn't really a big thing, but the XFL was bigger than that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
We need more sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good thing.
Me and Dash been getting down on some UFC 2
Mostly
on the console
zombies.
and
Okay.
NBA 2K. But yeah, we've been doing some throwback Call of Duty zombies lately.
Throwbacks.
I'm gonna change the subject real quick.
You got that look on your face.
Didn't I? I looked you right in your eyes. I'm like,
All right, Reg, what is it?
I gotta change the subject. So, yo, I got a message from my ex this week. Well, this past weekend. Why are you laughing?
Oh, you were clearly dying to bring it up.
I was
Continue.
definitely dying to bring it up because it was
Now I have to know.
before Convosaries, but I wanted to make sure I brought it up on Convosaries.
Okay.
She told me that she's been listening, right, to the Convosaries.
Okay.
But before she did, the first thing I haven't talked to her in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
I always message my exes on their birthdays if I remember them. I remember all my exes' birthdays, but I always message them and say, just happy birthday. I don't try to like say, hey, how's life? You know what I mean? I don't try to catch up. Just happy birthday.
Okay.
I remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I did that not too long ago, a few months ago. But probably about a week ago, maybe a week and a half, week ago, one of my exes hit me up. She was like, "Oh, you're cursing a lot." She was like, "You've changed a lot. Like you've changed so much." And immediately I was like, "Oh, really?" Like that pissed me off. Number one, because yes, we dated 7 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We ended 6 years ago.
Happen.
Yeah, change is inevitable.
Yeah. What if she was just saying it to say it, not as in like
maybe, but then
way.
I had to step back in myself. I had to step back and think about who she was as a person. She's not that type of person to be petty like that. So I had to think. I'm like, I'll talk to her a little bit just to see where her headset is. I mean, her mindset is.
Oh shit, where's my headset?
Where her mindset is. And then she was like, well, I said, so my reply was, did you listen to Convosaries? Did you listen to the podcast? Like, I'm trying to get views and shit, I'm like, did you listen? And she was like, oh, I heard a couple of them. I was like, oh, okay. What'd you think? She was like, it's so funny. I love it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, shit. Cool. Like, in my mind, but my initial thought was like, oh, like, of course, people change. Yeah. I was defensive. You know what I mean? I was defensive. But she was like, oh, it's great. It's funny. Keep going. I love it. And I'm like, oh, really? Really? You like me? You like me? No, but yeah. So it was good to know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely.
And I would like to take this time real quick to shout out to Minerva. Okay. She's one of my coworkers. Everybody shouts out Minerva.
Shouts out.
She watches every one of these.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, shouts out
We're
to
gonna
you.
shouts out Minerva. We're gonna have you on the podcast.
Oh,
Okay,
hells
yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
As soon as we're able to have guests again,
I'll tell
all
you
about
guys.
it.
I'll tell you guys about her after the podcast.
Okay.
After this episode. But yeah, she's dope, man. I love Minerva, man. She's dope.
Thank you for listening, Minerva.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks. We appreciate you. So if you guys listen, you will get a shout out. Also, Andrea, another coworker.
Oh,
We did see her
one of
Shouts
our
out.
biggest fan.
Yeah, we
I
did
see
her
that
on
name
SoundCloud.
everywhere when we. See
You
the
do,
numbers.
right?
Yes,
Yeah, on all
yes.
platforms.
She likes
Yeah.
everything, all the videos, all the everything, all the audio. She likes
That
everything.
was Andrea Mendoza. Am I
Something
getting it
like
right?
that.
Mendoza Perez or something like that.
Yeah. So you do
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
We've seen
Shouts
her.
out,
Shouts out.
Andrea.
Yeah, shouts out.
I'll see you. What's today? Sunday. Monday. I'll see you Wednesday.
She's
'Cause
one of our top listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
She
dope.
she likes everything, so we appreciate you. So we will shout you out if you guys like us and all that jazz, because
Yes,
we
will.
got a complex.
Of course.
Of course.
If
let's-
you leave us a review or a comment, we'll respond there as well. So, I mean, we're really, even DM us, PM us on any social media.
You good, bro?
And email us at convosaries@gmail.
It went down the wrong pipe.
Oh,
Okay, so let's talk about coronavirus. Oh, excuse me. Coronavirus.
Shit is
Um,
getting real.
It's getting real. So,
my homie's getting emotional.
right, starting to cry right now. I couldn't breathe. So,
Oh man.
so with coronavirus, they are talking about releasing everybody in phases.
Yeah.
Not
Makes sense.
releasing everybody, but opening up the country in phases.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Is completely done by the government or the governors of that state. So state-wise, they're going to give the states the power to, okay, open up if you need to. Excuse me. There are 3 phases. And you cannot move to the next phase until you've had 14 successful days 14 successful days of the previous phase.
I need to take another shot just to listen to you.
Right. So you need 14 successful days. So 2 weeks successful days of phase 1. Then I can move on to phase 2.
How do they know?
And so on and so forth. It's just the government. The governor is going to make that decision.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when is this happening?
This is happening as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So it's just based on certain criteria.
Yeah, and 45 is leaving it up to the governors.
What,
So 45 doesn't have power in this.
bro?
He's letting the governors decide. Okay, my deaths aren't that much. We'll open up our state, phase 1. Let's see how we do. Phase 2 is, I think, when the bars open up and some other stuff, but you can only have 50 people in a certain area at one time. And then phase 3 is when everything pretty much is opened up.
So, just to take a side note, Sweden and Singapore
Mm-hmm.
are actually like still operating like normal.
Mm.
Like I know in Sweden, I read about this.
We're operating like normal, basically. Except
True.
we just have businesses closed down. That's the only
Yeah.
thing.
in,
The essential stuff's open, but we're still
cer-
operating.
There's still certain things that are closed, but in
Mhm.
Sweden, primary schools are still open, bars are still open, restaurants are still open, and it's like they have so few cases. And I think it's only because it's a small country, you know.
Right.
You can't have that in America.
There's
It's-
some level
it's
of that.
so big, you know. Probably different states have it, but yeah, that's what's been going on in that country. And then in Singapore, they have like they just have people that are still doing their thing, and it's kind of like they're putting announcements on an app that if you leave, then like if you get the coronavirus, then the app kind of transmits that to other people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, Reg has got to go pee, but he wants me to bring up the last. People making videos about being tired of their kids. He wanted to talk about. I don't know about all that, but what I do know is if you're all putting on all social media about how sick and tired you dealing with your kids are, remember that they're gonna grow up having like experienced this as a part of their life.
That is so true. Yeah.
And that's just, I mean, I'm not a parent. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how to be a good or a bad parent, but like leaving that impression in a young child that like, oh, my mom like hates spending a day with me.
Yeah.
Like, be careful out there.
That's
y'all.
so true, bro, that you bring it up like that, because it is an experience. Like, some parents are making the most out of it with their kids, being creative and going outside and just making it a fun thing. But I've seen some like TikToks where like the parents would sit on the couch and they take like a pillow that's the same color as the couch and hide behind the pillow. You've seen that, right?
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, but there's been quite a few things going on like that.
And try to make it the best situation for everybody. It sucks for everybody, but like, I don't think it's right or fair to the child.
It ain't right for these kids. Give them some love.
To be putting that in their head that you don't want anything to do with them, or you know what I mean, like.
Yeah. Show the kids some love, yo.
Yeah.
At the same time, I've never had kids, so I don't know how it is to take care of someone 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know if there was something more specific about these videos that Reg wanted to talk about, but Reg has to use the restroom. He'll be back. I hope he listens to this later. But I'm just talking shit on him the whole time he was gone. He whispered it to me like it was a secret, and I'm like, dude,
top secret.
They can see you leaving the room.
He handed you a document, classified.
Classified.
This is classified information. Don't show it to anyone. Well, now everyone knows. But yeah,
the secret is out.
We don't have a devil's advocate for this episode.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him when he gets back.
Okay.
Is there anything you wanted to bring up as far as news or current events?
New news? Yeah. I hope this coronavirus stuff ends soon. That's the new news that I'm on.
That's how everybody feels.
Are you on any new news, bro?
I think I brought up everything that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
I think we talked about Amy Schumer. Was it on Convosaries? Naming her kid, man.
Did she change
genital?
The name? Did she change the name?
Yeah, she.
That day she changed it.
Oh, on the same
yeah.
day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was Gene Attell after Dave Attell, and she changed his middle name to David because it sounded too much like genital. Genitals. Get over here, genital.
Well, what if it was an honest mistake, bro?
I don't think it was.
It could have been. I just don't think it was. I don't believe it.
Oh my god.
What did you guys talk about?
And I'd like to offer her a chance to come on the show and tell us.
Hell yeah.
Shouts out
Amy
to
Schumer, you are most welcome to come on the show and tell us.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
What was your thought process?
Come give us your side of the story.
Did you guys talk about coronavirus being good?
Oh God, that's a hot button.
All right, here's the thing. I think it's really good.
Ooh.
And the reason why, number one, every adult over, 17, 18 is getting a stimulus check.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, the real estate is going to go down
So true.
in price.
So
Economy has to go up because that's what America is built on. Essential workers.
Lost their jobs too.
Yes.
Yeah, what about that?
But unemployment is $600 a month. $600 a month for unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses are getting definitely a bailout.
And why is that?
Individuals, essential workers are they're thinking about they are trying to pass a bill for essential workers to get an extra $25,000 by the end of the year.
And that's great for the essential people.
Yes.
What about the people who don't get to work, who aren't allowed to work?
That's what the unemployment is, $600 a month.
That's not dick.
Now, I know it's not, but here's the thing: they introduced the thing to where, everyone would get $2,000 a month, but
That's the Democrats,
that's contingent. Yes, that's
the Republican
contingent
Party's in
on
office.
Exactly. That's where I was going with
if
that.
we get Trump out of office. This
Exactly.
year.
So that's contingent upon if you know what I mean, if they decide to go that route. If they don't decide to go to that route, then you're still gonna just end up with the same stimulus package. But I think they're gonna do it a second time.
I think personally Trump's gonna win. So I'm not saying I agree with him or I support him. That's just what I believe is going to happen.
Unpopular opinion.
It could go either way. Remember, everyone thought Hillary was going to win last time.
Unpopular opinion. I think that either Trump is going to win or Joe Biden's presidency isn't going to be far off from Trump's.
Why do you say that?
Why do I say that? Because, yes, they are different parties.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure Trevin said it actually on the podcast. At
They're
the
all
end
on
of
the
the
same
day,
side.
they're all on the same side.
So was this administration the same as the Obama administration and the administration before that?
In certain ways,
No.
yes. In other ways, no.
Exactly. Yes. I agree with Trevin.
But here's the thing.
I will say overall, no. It's not the same thing. In the boisterous sense, as far as
Oh, yeah.
Obama wasn't parading around.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about these people.
Obama
Trump
had a certain something.
Is parading that.
Obama
He
had
was-
a certain
He was
he
charismatic.
was a showman too.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Definitely.
like, this is my on stage voice,
Which
you don't
I-
know who he really is, but at the same time he
I
had
can't
some of
say
that.
shit because I put on a stage voice on this podcast so you people can understand me.
I think it has part of the same thing that Trump does, that he
Yeah.
is an actor when he's in front of the camera. That like and
The
Obama
difference-
always had this like snappy, like he was able to come back with
Mhm.
anything you had to say. He had a comeback, and you weren't
was
used
all
to
written.
presidents
It was
talking
written.
like that. You weren't
Mhm.
used to like he was talking like a cool guy.
Mhm.
Like a
Like
cool
leaning on
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the staircase, like with a toothpick in his mouth, like the cool guy in high school.
I've seen
Get
that
all
happen.
the witty comebacks, and I don't know, like that was part of his charisma, his personality, which we hadn't seen in a president. It was kind of a Bill Clinton kind of thing,
Isn't
but
that like
more
a
exaggerated.
Justin
Like I'm the
Trudeau
cool
thing
guy.
now?
I'm not a president. I'm
the
you know,
cool guy,
I'm-
not a president. So
I'm
just
down
like
with the
Justin,
cool kids. I'm
Justin
hip.
Trudeau, or is he not considered cool?
I don't know.
What do you think, Reg?
Which one?
Justin Trudeau,
Who is that?
the president of Canada, prime minister. I mean,
Prime Minister. You know what? I can respect him because he's given every citizen, no matter what, every citizen $2,000 a month. Every citizen, 17 and up. I can respect that. They already have free health care, which is something that Bernie would have gotten us had we elected him. But he should have run independent.
Free
not
universal
democratic.
socialized health care comes with a price.
Yes, it does. For the wealthy. For us too, but at a bigger price for the wealthy.
Yeah, well, it's more like if I could get insurance from my job and I could use that to afford good health care, I'd get better health care than the free health care that is provided by a socialized system.
Yeah, and that's the
And
thing.
in a lot
To
of
me-
countries, they have shitty health care because they have socialized.
To me, that should be
free
an
medicine.
option. That should be an option. Like, you should be able to have better health care than what's free, but
Right.
but there should be free health care. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying to an extent.
There is to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not perfect, you know?
Now, people were, like, really mad at Bernie. Mad, like, upset at him because they think he betrayed them.
Well,
When he dropped out?
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing.
Exactly.
90% of the Bernie voters don't really know what he's about anyway. You know what those politicians are
He's
allowed.
not a Democratic.
No, he's a socialist, but
He's definitely a socialist. Yeah, for sure.
which
He
is
should have.
becoming
He should have run
conflated with
independent.
democracy nowadays.
Like
but
I said, he should have run independent, and then with the 2020, how 2020 is, and how us millennials, I will definitely include myself, us millennials and Gen Z are, I think he would have gotten more traction as an independent than he would have a Democratic.
Maybe. But, I don't know. I think that, like I was saying, these people don't... What they're allowed to say they're about on TV, and it's not really about what they're allowed to say, but it's the bounds that they have to express themselves within. They have like 2 to 3 minutes to talk, max. And they have to explain everything that they're going to do to fix what's wrong with the country in that
That's
time, and that's not possible. So they have to say radical shit that makes people, freak out and go, yeah, we want him. That's what Trump did to the Republicans. It's what Hillary and Obama did to the liberals voters. It's the same thing. When I watched, actually, Joe Rogan had Bernie on, and they talked about his views in socialism, and they're very far from, what he says on TV. He just has to get the votes, and that's what it is.
So who is a great example of a president who's on top of their stuff?
In a sense of, what do you mean on top of their stuff?
It sounds like
Obama.
a lot of them get elected. It sounds like a lot of them get elected because they rile people up to get them excited.
Well, yeah.
That's the whole thing about being a politician.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. In my opinion, no president's a good person.
Who's like the most genuine one, or someone who comes close?
Bernie. In my opinion, Bernie was the most genuine, but...
He might have some crazy ideas. He's a crazy old man.
Yeah,
his heart's in the right place, and
his
he
heart's
cares
in the
about
right place.
people, and he cares about America.
That's the thing. His heart's in the right place, and he cares.
Actually, my heart's not in the right place.
Actually, it's in the absolutely wrong place. It's in the opposite place. No,
That's why I
but
wear
yeah,
a hat.
seriously, he cares. To me, Bernie Sanders cares. He just didn't make the primary. Now, I'm hoping he gets a position in the White House. You know what I mean? Because if he gets a good position in the White House, then he has Joe Biden right there. He can introduce his policies, the things that made us Bernie Sanders supporters want to support him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has that access. Sanders he's radical. He's definitely a radical. But he's one who can make a change. He's one who has people rallied behind him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's someone who can get people to get behind his cause.
So can Trump. He's
Very true.
Really good at that.
Very true. And we've talked about this on the podcast before, that he is very, very capable of getting people on his side.
Yeah. Well, I think, like we said, that's the whole thing about being a politician,
What's that?
Well, you have to say whatever you can to get the votes.
Yeah.
It's not about, nothing that any politician goes on campaign and says, well, I'm about doing this, and I'm about fixing this, and this is how I'm going to go about it. None of that shit is ever what they mean.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what side you're on. It doesn't matter what politician you like best or think is, the nicest or the realest or the smartest. Or
Some people
they're all politicians in the end.
Some people were really upset with Bernie because he, in their mind, bowed out. Because they were saying, like the argument that I was saying earlier, that he could have run independently. They were upset that he didn't. Like, you still can. Like, it's not the primary right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the presidential vote at this moment. It's still a race for primary. You can still run independently and win. But,
I don't know. That's yet to be proven.
But yeah, true. Which
and I saw
which
this...
is why I understand that he didn't run independently.
Yeah.
You got to pick one of the two, Republican, left or right.
I saw this thing, and I can't remember what show it was from or what it was, a meme from somewhere or something. I think it was like Simpsons or Futurama, but it was like the aliens came down and they were like, we'll give you a choice to decide which one of us is your ruler. And they're like, well, I want to vote for a third party, and they go, okay, go ahead, throw away your vote. It's like, but it was like
Right,
social
though,
commentary,
straight up.
like on real life. You know,
Straight up.
I think that sums up my feelings and
Yeah.
on that.
No, seriously though.
Yeah, I mean, so say what you want about, well, he would have done better if he would have run independent. I mean, you know, change my mind. How many, you know, who's done better running independently?
I feel you.
People wanted Trump to run independent. Would
Do
he have gotten
you-
all those Republican votes? Would he have gotten the presidential nomination? Would he have become what he is today, sitting in the White House? Again, I'm not saying I'm his supporter or I agree with him.
Let's make that devil's advocate. Bernie or Joe?
Personally,
Let's just make it fucking
fuck it.
political. We know we don't like to do this, but why
I'm
not?
voting for Kanye West 2020. Just so you know.
Kanye.
Is that still a thing?
Is that still? We've all been waiting.
I'd
for
rather vote for Kim Kardashian. I think because she's let black people out of jail, out of prison. I would
She's
vote for.
helping. She's running a
I'd
campaign.
vote for Kim.
Yeah,
and she's
okay.
a lawyer, kinda.
Yeah, right. She's studying.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Sure, you know,
I'm voting Kim.
whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
Who would you vote for?
And what?
No, I'm asking Reg. Who would you?
Oh,
vote
me?
For? Yeah.
Kim Kardashian. You can write those
Over
in
who?
now, yeah?
Over who?
Between the two, Joe and Bernie.
Joe who?
Joe Biden and Bernie
I
Sanders.
thought you were talking about Joe Exotic. I was saying, fuck that shit.
I would vote for Joe Exotic.
Joe Biden. No, I'm just voting Joe Biden.
Why?
Joe Biden and Kim Kardashian?
What?
Is that what you're asking me?
No.
What are you asking me? What are
Your
you asking me
question,
right
the
now?
devil's advocate, Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. I've been drinking.
So Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders?
Why did I even make this devil's advocate? Because I
have
don't
no
want to.
You did. You're like, we don't want to get into politics.
Right. I didn't even want to do it. Based on politics and what they have going right now, I gotta go with Bernie, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Bernie.
You
Bernie,
said
and I'm not
Joe.
giving an explanation why.
So wait, you changed
Should
your,
I give an
you changed your
explanation?
mind from Joe
No, I'm
to
good.
Bernie. Because
Huh?
you did say Joe before.
That's because Joe is the only one that's still in, unless Bernie decides to go independent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
If Bernie was like, oh, okay, F it, I'm going independent, then he goes independent, I'm going independent. Number one, I am independent. That's what I vote. I vote my interest. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Number two, if he was to say, okay, you know, I'm done with Democrat, Republican, I'm just going to, you know, run for what I believe in.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'd go for it.
So it's not about the whether it's Democrat or Republican. It's about what the
My
person's
interests.
values
What I
align with yours.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
got you. All right. What about you, Trevor?
What I think is important.
Oh, I already gave my answer, Bernie, and I'm not giving an explanation.
Just Bernie. I'd go with Joe because
Why?
we can have Obama back doing something. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obama back doing something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Besides tweeting at people and golfing.
I just feel
I'm
like
just kidding. I don't know what he does. nowadays.
even though we don't know what's going on in the White House, well, I feel like we're getting to know more of what's happening in the White House now
Yeah.
that Trump's in office.
Mm.
But there's a certain cadence a leader should have, you know, and I feel like the other choices have that. Because you have to be confident in the person leading. I'm not necessarily confident in 45. There's a lot of
45,
stuff
man.
saying that's
Yeah.
like what's gonna,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah, I completely understand.
yeah.
For sure. I get that.
Yeah. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders, because he's old and he'll legalize weed.
Hell yeah. But there's that, everybody. Thank you for rocking with us. As always, let's plug some socials real quick.
Hit me up, Dash McCorda on all platforms. Hit me up on that TikTok as well.
TikTok, and I've been rocking with my Dr. Miller. Rocking, hit the wood, and pop it like it.
Laka.
Did you guys get that?
Laka.
Because I kind of messed up a little bit.
And I'm the chosen one on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Hit
Follow
me up.
me at Reg Travels on Instagram and pretty much all social medias. Follow us at Convosaries Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. Anything else, just look us up, Convosaries. So we appreciate you guys following us.
We do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, as always.
And we will see you as always. We'll see you
Next
next week.
Peace.
Peace.
That was a good episode.
Hell yeah, I gotta find it.
Dope, man.
Your mom said it went for a
Oh,
while.
it's hot in here.